Hello students, we see one more practical, that is from group 3, to study the Lissajous figure. To study the Lissajous figure and to determine the frequency of AC supply. Now you heard the word Lissajous figure. This word is coming from the study of CRO. CRO is cathode ray oscilloscope. It is an electronic instrument used for the measurement of DC voltage, AC voltage, then the frequency of different waveforms and so on. This device is also used for to generate the different waveforms on its screen. Now for this experiment, we have to measure the frequency of AC supply. We are using for each and every practical, that is alternating current supply as our usual AC supply. Now for that, there is a need of following apparatus: AC power supply, frequency generator and CRO, cathode ray oscilloscope. Frequency generator may be known as our audio frequency generator. Now for having the different waveforms as Lissajous figures on CRO screen, we need this circuit diagram. It is AC power supply, of which we can measure its voltage, frequency and so on. Generally, this AC power supply is of 230 volt and 50 hertz frequency. As you know, in the first year we are finding there the frequency of AC supply by the use of sonometer experiment, means determination of frequency of AC supply with the help of sonometer experiment. That is it, this AC power. Now here we are obtaining the different waveforms for the application of different frequencies on this CRO screen, and it is the audio frequency generator because we have to apply some unknown frequency to it. Now as usual, this AC power supply has two terminals, one is plus, another is minus. Audio frequency generator is also having these two terminals, but CRO is having four terminals because this CRO is constructed with the help of, or it is having two types of the terminals or input terminals. One is X input terminal and another is Y input. So that X input is having two terminals and Y input is also having sub two terminals, and therefore here there is a connection. One terminal of the AC supply is connected to X input, another is connected to X input of the another terminal. Now Y input is connected directly to the audio frequency generator. Means the simple meaning of this circuit diagram is nothing but the X input of CRO is connected to AC supply, whereas Y input of CRO is connected to audio frequency generator. It is a very simple circuit for the determination of Lissajous figure of AC supply. Now we are using here the formula Fx equal to Nh upon Nv into Fy. Now what it means, or what is the interpretation of this equation? Fx is equal to frequency of the X plate, frequency of the AC supply applied to the X input or X plate of this CRO, and what is it is in terms of frequency of Y plate or Y input with the help of this multiplier, that is Nh upon Nv. Where is it? What is Nh? Nh is the number of horizontal loops cut by the line, and this Nv number of vertical loops cut by the line. Fx equal to Nh upon Nv into Fy. It is all about the aim, title of the experiment, aim, apparatus, concerning the circuit diagram and the relative formula. Now it is the respective observation table. From that, known frequency applied to the plate of CRO, Y plate of CRO by frequency generator as Fy in hertz, number of horizontal loops Nh, number of vertical loops NV, and we have to calculate here by the previous formula, that is unknown frequency applied to the X plate of CRO as fx hertz. Now, with the help of audio frequency generator, we are applying first the 100 Hz frequency, 150 Hz, 200 Hz, 250 Hz, 300 Hz, and so on by varying the knob provided to it above the two terminals red and plus. Now, on the CRO screen, the different loops are formed. From that, we are writing here number of horizontal loops and writing here number of vertical loops. Now, when there is application of 100 Hz frequency, one horizontal and two vertical loops are there. For this, because to this we are applying, means to the X input of CRO, we are applying the constant frequency signal from AC supply as 50 Hz, and we are varying the frequency, that is the Y input of CRO, and therefore by varying this audio frequency generator, when it is 100, 2 loops are there, 150, 3 loops are there, it is 200, 4 loops are there, it is 250, 5 loops are there. As you observed carefully, it is single in each case because it is having constant frequency of 50 Hz, and we are varying the Y input frequency, and that is why the loops are greater in number. Now, by this formula, fx equal to nh upon nv into fy, by calculation, we are having only 50 Hz frequency in each case, and therefore we are able to have the determination of unknown frequency of the unknown frequency of the signal is equal to 50 Hz. It is the standard frequency for the AC supply all over the world. For that, just I have explained this procedure. Once again I read it. Connect the unknown frequency AC power supply to X plate of CRO. Connect the frequency of plate of CRO. Obtain Lissajous figures. Change the frequency to get the different Lissajous figures, and note down corresponding NH number of horizontal loops and number of vertical loops, and then by using the formula one can calculate the unknown frequency of CRO. Now this CRO, that is the study of determination of AC supply with the help of CRO. On the CRO screen, a single circle at this pair is formed. For this pair, 2 circles are there. For 3 circles are there. For third pair, 4 circles are there. And for fifth pair, it is 5 circles. Now, with this, in case of this practical, there is a need of, what do you mean by, means while you are facing the online examination of this particular practical, we have to face some oral questions like what is the AC supply, what are the types of supply, what is AC supply, what is DC supply, what do you mean by CRO, what is the full form of CRO, how you can measure the frequency of the CRO, then what do you mean by frequency, and so on. Such type of oral questions you have to face at the time of